I forgot the first thing we were going to talk about.
Our trip.
Oh, so we had our 7-year anniversary this weekend, and we went on an amazing trip together.
Oh, it was amazing.
To see our favorite band play at a drive-in concert. Our anniversary was Friday, and we had a good spot that night, and then we got a front row spot on Saturday, which was exactly what we wanted, and it was amazing. On Friday, we were surrounded by a ton of friends that we knew. That was a lot of fun, and on Saturday, they were more strict since we were on the front row. You had to have a wristband. And so that was chill, too, just kind of having the time together.
But yeah, it was a great time. I really liked having the space, you know, like, it's going to be weird when we go back to regular concerts.
Yeah, because everybody has a space next to their car, and you bring your own food and drinks, so it's pretty awesome.
It's so chill.
And we also did some great biking while we were there. We stopped on our way in. It's our anniversary.
7 years.
And 1 year till we get married.
I'm so excited.
So we're going on a bike ride and then going to see our favorite band. So it's pretty much the perfect anniversary. It's really bright.
Yeah, it's super bright. But yeah, the same band that we saw when I proposed is playing at the same place.
Yeah.
So
It's perfect.
how lucky. This is Lizard Licks.
Yep. And then we went to Dauset Nature Preserve.
Nature Center.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
which is where we got engaged. So that was fun going back there. We didn't go back to the exact spot where we got engaged because we wanted to ride a different section this time. That was a lot of fun.
Is it still twisted?
We're at Dauset Nature Preserve. Last time we tried to come here, there was a race, so we couldn't really ride, but then we got engaged.
Yeah, I luckily had looked it up on Trail Forks and saw that there was a connector trail that connected the system to a state park that's not too far away. And so we snuck behind a gate, and I was still able to make my mountain bike proposal work.
So we're excited to actually check out the trails today.
Yeah,
Let's see how they are.
Yeah, it was cool. We met some guys while we were there, and they were like, "Oh, you can follow us to the new flow trails." And we're like, "Okay." And at first they were like, "Oh, well, I don't want them to get lost." And then later, one of the guys was like, "Well, they're slowing down for us." So it's just nice to have our skills speak for us now. I feel like we're finally getting to the point where we can, you know, go out with people and stuff. Mountain biking is really hard to get into. So it's nice to finally start seeing some of the rewards and benefits from sticking with it.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I was a little hesitant at first joining up with their group because it was like, well, we only have a limited amount of time because we have this concert later, and
Caroline doesn't like when plans change.
I don't really. I definitely do not like when plans change. I'm not denying that. I do not. But it was fine. I wasn't bad about it or anything.
No.
I knew it could be good, and so it was. And that was the first time we'd really ridden with anybody outside of our ladies group that we do on Tuesdays. Yeah, so yeah, it made me feel
good. Yeah,
like we could ride with anybody and keep up enough. So
yeah, no, I was
glad
glad about it. And I knew that it would be different than what we had planned, you know, but I thought it was good. And the trails that they showed us were pretty fun.
Yeah, we went a lot farther than we had planned.
Yeah, it was like 13
all
miles.
The timing worked out with everything, and we wanted to get to the concert pretty early that day because we knew a lot of people that had the front row would be getting there really early. And if you get over too far, you can't really see the stage anymore. So we didn't want to be over too far.
Yeah, it's actually like pretty ridiculous how they still had. Sorry, please. We're on our way to Chattanooga, but they shouldn't have sold those front row seats as the same price on the side.
Agree. I agree.
I would have been livid if I had paid the same amount and couldn't have even seen the stage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, in order to make it worth the price you pay for the front row spot, you have to get there
3 hours
before
early.
The show starts, or else you're going to be on the end, and it's not worth. It's not worth it then. It's more worth it to get a cheaper spot and get farther back so you can actually see the stage.
Yes.
But we were as far over as we would want to be.
It was basically like
sure.
the equivalent of where we normally would stand.
Yeah, but since it was the drive-in and there was a lot of space, the people next to us only had a couple people at their car too. So we kind of scooted over some and ended up having a great view. It was awesome.
That view was pretty amazing. Like we could see them playing the instruments, and like that's all I've wanted for the past 14 months. You know, like it was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better anniversary weekend.
Yeah. Home on Sunday, we stopped at Cochran Mills Park.
Caroline got wasty the night beforehand, and I didn't know if we were going to be able to make it to the.
I felt fine, right?
After 4 a.m, you felt fine.
Oh yeah, I did wake up feeling super sick, like death.
Yeah, I was like,
but I was able to go back to sleep somehow.
Luckily this
woke up
Cochran
feeling better.
Yeah, but I would say luckily this Cochran Mills ended up being like super chill.
It was beautiful though, and it was just exactly the ride that I needed after a weekend of drinking, and it was perfect.
It was like
easy,
flowy,
but it still had some features that we got to try, which we love doing, and it's so pretty.
Yeah,
and it ends at Henry Mills Falls, I think it was called, which was a pretty little waterfall, so we took some pictures there.
Get slippery down here. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This was another place I thought about proposing. That was awesome. I want to go back there.
Yeah, we wanted to cross the river or whatever and go back on the other side because there were trails on both sides of it. But we couldn't get across, and then we realized, that's why none of these trails on the map connect, and none of the routes go in one side and out the other.
Yeah, because we're like, well, maybe we'll be able to, like, walk our bikes across or whatever, but it was deep and fast, so there was no, like, fast water you don't mess around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rocks all had algae and stuff, so you didn't want to slip into that. You or your bike might get carried away.
Oh, definitely, we wouldn't be doing that. We did saw a snake when we were crossing a shallow part of the creek, or an off section of it. It slithered away really fast when we came up.
Guess we have to cross. Oh, snake!
Holy moly!
Oh, snake!
Yeah, it was a big snake. It's probably the biggest snake I've seen in the wild, except for that one.
Oh, yeah. that one at Mamie's.
Yeah, at Mamie's.
I love those.
That was the rat snake.
Yeah, gray rat snakes. They're cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was, I don't think it was a poisonous snake that we
No,
saw.
it wasn't.
Or venomous. Sorry,
Yeah.
I know that's the wrong word. I knew it as soon as I said it.
I don't care.
3, 2, 1.
Woo! Made it to Tennessee.
Yeah, so it was a great anniversary trip. I couldn't have asked for a better. It's the best anniversary we've had until next.
Yeah. Completely different than the next one.
Mm-hmm.
1 year to our wedding. Our next anniversary is our wedding date.
So it's going to be pretty hard to top that as far as best anniversaries go. But I know that every year will get better and better.
Yeah.